For most of us, Christmas is a time of joy, family, and celebration. But for the Blackwood family, it's a date they dread. They don't just dislike Christmas, they're terrified of it. Why? Because for as long as anyone can remember, the Blackwoods have been living under a chilling curse. Every single Christmas Eve, without fail, disaster strikes. It's not just bad luck, like burning the turkey or getting a terrible gift. We're talking about catastrophic events, sudden, unexplainable accidents, crippling illnesses, and sometimes even worse. The tradition of not celebrating Christmas began generations ago. No tree, no lights, no gifts. The family huddles together on December 24th, locks the doors, and simply waits for the night to pass, hoping to survive until morning.
The older family members never speak of the curse's origin.
They just accept it as a dark, unavoidable part of their legacy.
Any mention of the Christmas curse is met with grim silence and fearful glances.
It's a secret buried so deep, it has become a part of their very identity. This year, however, things are different.
A new member has joined the family, Alara, a spirited young woman who recently married into the Blackwood clan.
She's an outsider, untainted by the decades of fear that have paralyzed her new relatives. When she learns about the curse, she doesn't react with fear, but with determination. She sees the profound sadness in her husband's eyes and the constant anxiety that grips the entire family.
She can't stand by and watch them suffer through another year of terror.
Alara decides she's going to do what no one has dared to do before: break the curse. Her investigation starts with hushed conversations. At first, no one wants to talk. The matriarch of the family, old Eleanor Blackwood, warns her to leave the past alone. Some doors are best left unopened, she says, her voice trembling. But Alara is persistent. She starts digging through old family records, dusty photo albums, and forgotten letters stored in the attic of the sprawling, Gothic Blackwood estate. Each discovery is like a piece of a puzzle, and slowly, a picture of the curse's origin begins to form. It all seems to trace back to a great-great-grandfather, a man named Silas Blackwood, who lived over a century ago. According to local legends and fragmented diary entries, Silas was a wealthy but ruthless man. The story goes that on one fateful Christmas Eve,
He committed a terrible act, an act of betrayal so profound that it brought a vengeful curse upon his entire bloodline. But the details are maddeningly vague.
what did he do? And who, or what, laid this curse upon them?
As Alara gets closer to the truth, strange things begin to happen.
The house, which was always eerie, becomes actively hostile. Doors slam shut on their own, objects move when no one is looking, and chilling whispers echo through the empty hallways at night. The family's fear intensifies. They blame Alara for stirring up the darkness, for provoking the entity that has haunted them for so long. Her husband begs her to stop, afraid that her quest will only make this Christmas the deadliest one yet. Undeterred, Alara finds a hidden journal belonging to Silas's sister, Beatrice. The pages are filled with frantic, terrified writing. Beatrice describes Silas's growing obsession with an ancient, dark artifact he acquired, a strangely carved wooden box. He believed it held the key to immense power. On that final, terrible Christmas Eve, he planned to perform a ritual that required a sacrifice. Beatrice writes of a stranger who came to the house that night, a traveling musician with a kind heart, who was never seen again. The journal ends abruptly, the last page stained with what looks like dried blood. The curse, it turns out, isn't just a string of bad luck. It's an entity. A vengeful spirit bound to the Blackwood family by Silas's dark ritual. Every Christmas, it grows stronger, feeding on their fear and claiming a price for Silas's crime. The accidents, the illnesses, they aren't random. They are the work of a malevolent force seeking retribution. Now, it's Christmas Eve. The atmosphere in the Blackwood house is thicker than ever with dread. The family is on edge, convinced that Elara's digging has doomed them all. A fierce blizzard rages outside, trapping them completely. The power flickers and dies, plunging them into darkness. It's then that Elara realizes the terrible truth. The curse doesn't just want them to suffer, it wants to complete the ritual Silas started. And it has chosen its final sacrifice. The spirit begins to manifest physically. Shadows twist into horrifying shapes, the temperature plummets, and a disembodied voice whispers their names from the darkness. The family is thrown into chaos, running and hiding as the entity hunts them through the cavernous house. Elara knows she is the only one who can stop it. She remembers a passage from Beatrice's journal describing a way to reverse the ritual, to sever the spirit's tie to the family. But it's incredibly dangerous. It requires confronting the spirit directly and using the very same cursed artifact, the wooden box that started it all. She finds the box hidden in a secret compartment behind the fireplace, just where the journal said it would be. As she holds it, she can feel a malevolent energy pulsing from within. The final confrontation takes place in the Grand Hall, the very room where Silas performed his dark ritual. The spirit manifests in its most terrifying form, a swirling vortex of shadows with glowing red eyes. It lunges, not at Elara, but at her husband, the last direct male heir of Silas Blackwood. With the family watching in horror, Elara stands between the spirit and her husband. She begins the counter-ritual, reciting the ancient words from Beatrice's journal. The spirit shrieks, its power fighting against hers. The house shakes, windows shatter, and it feels as if the entire world is about to be torn apart. It's a battle of wills, Elara's love for her new family against a century of hatred and vengeance. Just as her strength begins to fail, the spirits of the past victims of the curse appear, not as vengeful ghosts, but as sorrowful figures. They lend their energy to her, wanting to finally be at peace. In a final, blinding flash of light, Elara completes the ritual. The spirit lets out one last, agonizing scream before dissolving into nothingness. The box in her hands crumbles to dust. Silence falls. For the first time in over 100 years, the Blackwood house is quiet on Christmas Eve. The oppressive darkness has lifted, replaced by a sense of peace. The family slowly emerges from their hiding places, staring at Elora with awe and gratitude. They are finally free. As the first rays of Christmas morning light stream through the broken windows, the Blackwoods experience something they never have before: hope. They may not have a tree or presents, but for the first time, they have a real Christmas. A Christmas without fear, a Christmas where they can simply be a family. Elora didn't just break the curse, she gave them back their lives and showed them the true meaning of Christmas: fighting for the ones you love. And from that day on, the Blackwood family celebrated Christmas not as a day of doom, but as a day of deliverance. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more chilling tales. See you next time.